I think we need to make sure that we say things that's actually factual, and not just spitting stuff just to spit stuff out
We're from the great state of Miami.
there. The great
Okay,
state of
Miami is a
Miami.
state
Yeah,
island. We are from the state of Miami,
there
right?
you go.
We're not from Florida. We are from
There you
Miami. There's a
go.
difference.
All right.
They don't know anything about that. They don't say anything that's cool. They
That
say
that
nonsense
that is
right
true.
now. And we always send different podcasts that we like, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on that? What's your think, whatever. And I appreciate your honesty. Like, and we have moments where we'll be like, yeah, I don't agree with you on that. And you're like, yeah, we're gonna agree to disagree. And we do it respectively. And I appreciate that.
What's good? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Between Friends. I'm your host Anthony, and my lovely co-host Nick.
Hi.
Hey, how's everything?
Everything's good. How are you?
I am well. I am well. Just trying to stay warm up here. Today it's about 57 degrees, so I guess I can't complain that much for it to be 57 degrees in February up here. That's a great thing. So, no complaints. No complaints. And yourself?
Doing good. It's warm here. It's 77 in Florida. So I would love to trade with
Show,
you because it's
show
supposed to be
off. Please
winter.
don't.
It's supposed to be winter, not spring. So yes, I would trade
It's
with
supposed
you.
that's 70 degrees. That's isn't that considered spring?
Yes, but I don't want it to be spring. It's still winter. We have not entered into springtime yet.
You people down there, yeah, you people. Something else, something else, something else, man. Well, this is our first show together, so I'm excited. First telecast. I mean, it's big things, right? Big things.
Yep.
So I figured, man, we should set the mood, kind of the ambiance, the expectation. Why folks should actually listen and watch our podcast. What you think?
I think they should. I think that we have some great information and conversations to offer. I think we started this because of our conversations. Each one of us was learning something from the other, especially the fact that we're married. So you get a different perspective, you get to get an honest opinion, and, from the opposite sex. So it's been good, great conversations. And I think that it'll be great to share with others. I think it'll be very informative.
Definitely. And as we stated in the name of our podcast is Between Friends. So, for the people that don't know, we've been friends for approximately 30 some odd years, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah. We
didn't want to
go way
date
back.
you, so
Wait, we're the
not,
same
no, no, no,
age, so
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
date.
no,
You date me,
no,
you
not
date
date
yourself.
like that. I'm talking about
But
date
you're
yourself
actually
as far as
older.
oh, am I actually older?
You're older. Yes, you are by a couple of months.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So you're dating yourself, sir.
Well, guess what? From now on, moving forward, you should call me Big Brother. Since I am older, I'm the Big Brother in your little
Okay.
sister. All
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Is that okay? Since I'm older, she says no.
Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah. So we've known each other for quite a while, and I've always valued your opinion. I've always valued your
Same.
conversations. You know, so it's good that we have this platform where we can actually share some of our conversations that we've had with each other over the years, as it pertains to marriage, as it pertains to raising kids, church, just a big scale of topics that we've talked about over the years, and we always say, man, this should be on a podcast, right? This should be on a podcast.
Right.
And guess what? And we finally, after years of saying that, we finally said, hey, let's do something together. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, as am I. As am I. We've been talking about this and circling the wagon for a while. So to be here is fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
but I won't tell the people how you badmouth me or via text. Is this thing on? Are we going to do this? When we going to start? And I'm like, man, this lady she's on
I had to
top of
gather you. I had
sheesh.
to gather you. I had to gather you up because you kept saying yes. You kept saying yes. And I'm like, hey, time is ticking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do a thing.
It
Let's,
might have been
you're
my
half
nerves.
certain it.
It might have been my nerves. You
Okay.
know, I'm a very private individual. I'm very shy. Those that know me, then I'm very shy. I'm never the life of the party. So yeah, so I was a little bit shy. I didn't want people to see how shy that I am on camera. So that's why I hesitate to do this podcast. But I'm glad you pushed me. You know, every friend needs a little push from time to time. So yeah, so I'm excited.
Well, it was a push for me too,
Yeah,
because we are the same in that respect. I'm open with you, but I am the same with others. I don't like to be out front. I don't like to be the focal point of attention. So I get it, but if we don't push ourselves, no one else is going to push us.
for
So
sure, for
one of us
sure.
had to be the pusher.
Yeah, well, the pusher. We're both live in Dade County. I don't know if you want to use that term, the pusher, because we all knew the pusher man. So I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
terminology.
we're from the great state of Miami.
The great
Okay,
state of
Miami is a
Miami. Yeah,
state all in. We are from the state of Miami,
there
right?
you go.
We're not from Florida. We are from
There you
Miami. There's a
go. There
difference.
you go. She said the great state
That's
of
right.
Miami.
If you
Uh,
know, you know.
that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah. Again, as I stated earlier, I'm excited about this opportunity to have a podcast with you. Our conversations have always been on the up and up, and just some of the friendly advice that we've shared with each other, I think can be beneficial because there are a wide range of podcasts out there, and sometimes I just laugh at some of these topics, and I'm always like, "Ah, oh, this is not true. Ah, this can't be real. Ah, man, are folks really dating like that? Are folks really raising their kids like that? So it's always like amazed. I'm always amazed, and we've shared other uh, uh, tidbits of podcasts that we've seen with each other, and we were like, this is not real. This they're just doing this for likes, and hopefully, some of our topics will be able to give you the real, and not just say stuff just because we're trying to get viewership. But we're
Right.
really saying things that's meaningful, and that people not everybody's not going to always agree with you, but I think we need to make sure that we say things that's actually factual, and
Yeah.
not just spitting stuff just to spit stuff out there. All right?
Hmm. Bet.
She say, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so again, I just think that we're embarking on something that can be helpful, and I think we have to be mindful of what the type of content that we're going to put out there. And I'm just not in the space to just say something, you know, just as they say, a clickbait. I'm not in the space right now where I'm just gonna say something outrageous because I want somebody to come to our channel and and hear what Anthony has to say that's outrageous, that's out there, So plus,
Right.
I don't believe my wife would tolerate that. So I got
Oh,
to be
yeah.
mindful of what I say, or how I address things. So I got to be very, very leery with my with the words, the my word choices, and I'm sure you're
Yes.
probably in the same boat.
Yes, I am. Yes, I
Oh,
am.
oh,
Heather would not
now all
appreciate,
of a sudden you shy. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I said that at the beginning. I prefaced that. I said what it is. I'll get there. We'll loosen up. We'll loosen up. So tell me, or tell the people rather, what made you agree to do the podcast? What was the inspiration behind it?
What was the inspiration behind it? I think this was a few months ago. I had a friend that was going through a trying time in their relationship, and we may have talked about it, and just some of the advice uh, that you gave, and I did share with my guy friend, and I thought it was appropriate advice. And I'm like, man, if she can give that to me, and then I'll pass it along to my friend, why not just cut out the middleman, which was me, and that way, the people can hear exactly what you said to me, and they can potentially benefit from it. So I was like, oh man, this conversation was a podcast. We could have just hit we could have just hit record, and it could have been our
Right.
first episode. So
Right.
so yeah,
Right.
so I was excited. I was like, you know what? You know, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it. We've been texting about it. You know what? Let's do it. So that was my inspiration. It was one of those, and I'm sure you probably remember. Well, you probably don't remember because we've had so many conversations. But it may have been one. It was not may. It was the conversation where we had where a friend of mine's tapped his wife on the butt, and she didn't take that as a sign of affection, you know,
Right. I
and
remember.
and my buddy thought, hey, that's one way I show affection to my wife. But it
Hmm.
turned out that that was not the case, and my advice to him initially was, man, that's a way of showing that you still care, that you still want her, that you still find her attractive, and then what did you say to me?
I basically said that in that moment, because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, she was
Mm-hmm.
going, it was postpartum, right? She had
Yep.
a baby and all
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So with the body changes and everything, and I think the information that you gave me was that the way he showed that he was attracted to her was always kind of like touching on her butt or any other part of her. And I said to you that she kind of was feeling different in her body. And
Mm-hmm.
so while that may be how he was showing her affection, she was needing a different way of affection. And she didn't want to feel like the only time that he ever touched her or felt attracted to her or wanted to be in her presence was for a physical reaction, because that slap on the butt or, you know, rub on the boob or, the things that you guys do or whatever
That we like.
is like a signal for, I just want to have sex, not that you find me attractive. Where in that time she needed more verbal confirmation and less possibly physical confirmation. And doesn't mean that he was wrong, but just where her mindset could have been at that time, being somebody who's a mother of two.
Yeah,
Like, I get that space. And so I encouraged you to encourage him to like ask that question, like sit down and have that conversation, which it may be uncomfortable, but it probably was needed if she felt like put off by him touching her physically.
for
So
sure.
that was,
Yeah, because
hmm
cause I, in turn, I was like, man, yeah, you still love your wife, because,
yeah,
guys, we are more physical creatures. So,
Hmm.
you know, a slap on the butt here, a kiss there, that's our way of saying, hey, we still find you attractive. We still love you. We still want to be around you. And as you point out to me, that may not be the case. And again, not saying that he was wrong
Correct.
for showing for showing his way of showing love, but
Hmm.
he also have to understand or learn, you know, hey, that may not be the case at this moment. Not saying that it's never the case, but at this present moment or how she's feeling about herself, she may not find herself cute, sexy, and attractive, you know. Whereas my buddy was saying, no, I still find her cute, sexy, and attractive, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah. So just hearing that little tidbit from you, I was like, oh man, I need to share it with my buddy, And
Yeah.
so that was my inspiration for saying, hey, Nikki, let's do this, So I'm gonna turn the question back on you. What was your inspiration or motivation for doing the podcast? And
So,
I know it was all about me. I know it was all about me. So go ahead.
oh my gosh, pat yourself on the back. Yes, it was all about Anthony. No. I actually have been wanting to do a podcast for, oh my gosh, I think over 2 years now.
Hmm.
But I did not want to do a podcast where I was talking to myself by myself. I mean, I could, like,
Yeah,
I practice podcasts where I do that. There are people that I listen to who do that standalone, but I felt like I wanted to have more of an engaging platform.
yeah,
Um, and I knew that I wanted that to look like having a platform with not just the same sex, but opposite sex, because I wanted different perspectives for conversation, as well as, married, not married, because that's what makes up our world right now. Um, the other reason was, so my background and what my parents do and all of that kind of stuff. So I kind of was forced into and not by them, but just by the career itself, kind of forced into a bubble, a streamline of what I could and could not say.
hmm
And so, because of that, I always felt like my voice wasn't heard, or I felt quieted, or I felt like I couldn't really say what I wanted to say. And so, I felt like I had this like thing in me to be like,
it
"Ah,
needs to be
I just want
released.
to talk. I just want to be heard." Yeah, just
Release the
man,
Kraken.
let's right. Like, I want to have some real conversations because I enjoy doing that with my friends that I'm close with, both male and female. Like, let's just sit and chop it up. Let's sit on the couch. Let's get some snacks. Let's have a drink. Let's just chop it up. Like, I love the cerebral.
Hmm.
That's just me.
Yeah,
And so as we started having in the last year and a half, I think, like really kind of like having more open dialogue between us, I'm just kind of like, man, yes, because, like, let's do this.
yeah,
Let's, and we always send different podcasts that we like, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on that? What's your think, whatever. And I appreciate your honesty. Like, and we have moments where we will be like, yeah, I don't agree with you on that. And you're like, yeah, we're going to agree to disagree.
yeah,
And we do it respectively. And I appreciate that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, because we're not always going to agree on a topic.
for sure.
We're going to end a conversation by saying we're going to agree to disagree. And um, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
So for me, those two things were my motivation, my inspiration, the reason why I wanted to do a podcast. And I think that there are not enough honest conversations going on because and especially now with all these gender related wars that's happening, especially within our community, I'm just kind of like over it. There's a lot of generalizations out there, and I would love to have a platform where let's just keep it real. Let's have some, but not in a manner of we are putting each other down, but more like we're coming together for knowledge
For knowledge,
sake,
for sure.
right? Because our
Yeah,
community on the whole needs healing.
for
We need
sure,
healing.
for sure.
So
You know, well,
yeah,
I
that's
just think
me.
if everybody wants to be famous, and again, and I think that's what
Yeah.
I was saying earlier about the whole clickbait thing. Everybody wants somebody to come to their platform and watch what outrageous thing that I need to say or want to say or saying. Whereas I don't know about you, and I probably can talk for you. I don't believe that either one of us doing this because we want to be famous. You know,
Yeah, no.
I believe I'm already famous in my own right. I guess in my own mind, I might be famous. So there's no need to say nothing crazy, nothing outrageous, nothing outlandish, or anything like that. Just as you said, just keeping it real. Real
Yeah.
conversation between real friends. And
Hmm.
that's what I want this platform to be about. You know, and I know you probably can attest and agree with me on that statement.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And once again, I just don't believe our spouses will allow us to go crazy.
No,
So there are
no.
certain things we still may have to keep internally. I know you say you want to release, but
Oh, yeah, but I mean, not necessarily. I can only talk about personal experiences for my individual self.
for sure,
If I speak on anything that has to do with my person, my husband, then he either have to be on here or we have to get, pre-permission
that's right.
because there's
Got to sign
certain
that letter, right?
parts about, huh?
He has to sign that letter. You know,
Get right.
that pre-approved
Right.
letter.
Right, because there's certain personal aspects of each of our lives that should remain that way. We can still converse on a topic, but protect our home. So yeah, we're not out here to throw things to the wolves, but I can still provide my experiences or my feedback on a topic without trying to damage anything I have
Trying
going
to
on
damage at
here.
home. That's right. Protect.
Right.
We will protect this house. I believe that was a Under
Facts.
Armour commercial, right? We will protect this house. So yeah, so we got to protect this house.
Okay, if you say so.
She said, "Yeah, okay, yeah." Well, no. So
You had a moment.
yeah, yeah. It was my moment, you know. But I'm excited. I'm excited of what we're potentially going to do and the things
Right.
that we're going to share. Um, and I'm excited to do it with you. And again, as we stated earlier, um, we've talked about it. We've, as the church would say, we've prayed about it. You know,
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
We did.
So we've gotten permission from our partners to do it. So yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm excited of the topics that we're going to touch, the guests that we're going to have on, and some of the questions we would take from our followers and audience. So I'm just excited, Nikki. I'm excited.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I know. I know. And it's gonna be great.
Yeah, just as we said, between friends, from way back, from way back, you know.
I know. We get down like four fats and a spare, sir.
Oh, wow. Now, Luke, we talking about their age. I don't think the kids say that anymore. All right,
They don't know anything about that. They don't say anything that's cool. They
that
say
that
nonsense
that is
right
true.
now.
They just watch. They just stay
But
on the internet. So, there's
that
nothing.
slaps. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. Oh, that slaps. That's
That
fire.
slaps. Oh, that slaps. Okay. Well, then
Right.
that
Like
I guess now we're gonna have to bring some younger folks on the pod because I believe they say the pod, right? Do they say the pod?
I don't know. I guess. I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to bring some younger folks on our platform to educate us on some of the phrases that they use today, and hopefully to keep us in the know because I know we still deal with, because we have young ones ourselves, and I'm sure some of the
Yeah.
words that they're going to use, we're going to be like, what are you talking about? And funny story, I had a friend of mine. She was telling me, yeah, I went to this um young people retreat, and I kept on. Somebody texted me something, and I kept on saying it at the retreat, and it was FTK, FTK, and the kids were just laughing, and I'm like, look at you, you even looking too, like FTK.
Right. I'm like FTK.
What FTK stands for, I won't say it. Them kids.
Oh my gosh.
So, so yeah.
Right, because this is the era of abbreviation. They
There you
abbreviate
go.
everything.
There you go.
They don't use actual words. They use
Yeah,
abbreviations.
there you go. So now we have to be mindful that, we can't use words or abbreviations that we have no idea, you know, of what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I plan to use actual words,
You gonna use your
that
words?
come in the
You gonna,
dictionary.
you
We're
gonna
gonna
use
use
it?
words here.
Ah,
Yeah, we're not doing abbreviations
there
out
you
here.
go.
If I'm gonna laugh out loud, I'm gonna laugh out loud. I'm
There
not gonna
you
be like
go.
LOL.
You're not gonna do LOL. You're not gonna say LOL on
No,
me. You're not gonna put
this is not
LOL
text
on the
messaging.
screen.
This is a live podcast situation.
There
So
you go. There you go. So use your words. Do you understand the words that I come
Yes,
out of my mouth? Yeah,
exactly. Use your words.
there you go. Well, Nikki, I don't know about you. Again, I'm excited, and I look forward to doing this thing with you for as long as we potentially can, and bringing on awesome guests on a weekly basis. Because this is not going to be, oh yeah, let's do one podcast today and next month, uh, we'll do another one. So this is something that we've stated that is going to be weekly, having great conversations, great guests, great topics. As again, as we stated, marriage, you know, life as a mother, father, dealing with, lost ones. So all type of topics, you know.
Mhm.
So if anyone has any topics out there that they may want to see on this podcast, don't hesitate to share with us of some of the stuff that you would like to see us discuss. And again, we're not expert at all the topics, but we do bring experience in some of our own experiences with those particular topics that you we can share with you guys, whether you agree with us or disagree with us. Um Bless you. We're
Thank
we're
you.
we're going to respectively say we agree to disagree, as we stated earlier. But
Right.
we're just going to give it from our point of view, and we're not going to say anything outrageous, you know, just so you would like one of us or dislike one of us. Uh, so yeah, so I'm just looking forward to having some real conversations with Nikki.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay. If we say something that makes people not like us, we're not here to be liked. We're here to have a conversation. We're here for information's sake. So this isn't for the likes, the clickbait. I mean, of course, we want you to like
Oh, for sure.
our podcast,
Yep.
but I mean, if there's something that you disagree with any of the conversations that we have, feel free to drop that below in the comments of any of the shows. But remember to be respectful, even in your opinions, because everybody has different perspective, different experiences. And the one thing that we are going to do here is be respectful because this is between
For
friends.
sure.
And that's what friends do with each other. We make room for opinions, we make room for disagreeing, we make room for the experiences that each other has. So that is what we ask of our viewers, our listeners. So when you comment, when you disagree, whether it be with us or someone in the comments, because if not, I'm going to tell you right now, you will be blocked.
Oh, whew. I didn't say it, good people. Nikki did.
Yeah,
So,
we're not having any of that here.
so if you're gonna dislike someone, don't dislike Anthony, or don't dislike Nikki either. But she did say it. She did say it. It wasn't me, you know. But no, I definitely, I definitely agree with her. And as she said, this is just friendly conversations between friends. See you next week.
Peace out.